Hi, I'm Andy Marmont. I'm a specialist in helping consulting firms grow. And today we're going to talk about the three biggest problems to generate consistent growth. So if you are the owner of a consulting firm and you are struggling with that consistent growth, then this will help you understand what are the common causes are and ultimately how to unblock them. So the first one that I see often is when we attract low value clients consistently. So a low value client is someone that's not a good fit. And it might be the values, it might be the industry, it might be the complexity. And look, we've all been there and it can be a real challenge, especially if as we've grown our business, we tended to be more of a generalist. And quite often this means that the service or the solution that we offer is not always the same. So the team gets impacted if they're not a good fit because they're often complex and they're high maintenance. It also affects our profit because, as we mentioned, it can be very costly, and ultimately it just stops us from getting that consistency because we don't have a real handle about who we want to serve. We're happy to be a generalist. The second biggest problem I see is that when prospects don't value what we do, we're seen as a commodity, we're seen as a transaction, a piece of work. It might be a 3 month engagement, a 12-month engagement, and then we're simply used to move on. So, and that really comes about when we're not being specific with our language. Our language isn't targeted towards what they want. Quite often in consulting, we speak about widgets. We speak about selling a certain solution or offering a product or a technical product. But people, as we know, people buy people who bridge the gap. If we want to be seen as more of a partner, we want to reverse that idea and talk about the fact that this is how we can help them specifically. So that's a major concern if we're always about offering talking about value. And the third piece, the problem that I see is that inconsistency of opportunities. If we're going to get consistent growth, then we want to have a regular rhythm. And quite often, consulting firms, you might have grown your firm on the back of referrals, which are great, on the back of your network, who you know, or maybe word of mouth. If you can be in the right position at the right time and know that there's a tender coming up in a few months for a big contract, that's great. But that's very much about a feast or famine situation. We want to, if we're not getting that inconsistent opportunities, it can be very hard to give your team that confidence about what's coming up, but also from a planning and also an investment back in the business, it's really hard. And this, I haven't gone through that myself. You need a way to get that predictability of consistent opportunities. So what do we want? We want those premium clients. We want those clients that are high value, that value what we do, that we can help, and we're seen as that specialist because ultimately our team will be happy, it'll be more profitable for us, and ultimately we'll start to build that reputation uh, with those premium high quality clients. When we start to do that, we start to get positioned as that specialist and be a trusted partner. We're going to build those relationships for long term. We want those 5, 10, 20-year relationships. We want the clients to come to us and be a true advisor, advise them in different aspects about their business, about the transformation, about the implementation. And when that happens, then it's a whole new ball game. So it's great if we can be a trusted partner. And the final flip side is really, as business owners, we want to be confident about the pipeline coming through. It's great to be able to say to your team, based on the last 6 months of activity, we've now been in a position to be able to forecast the next 12. Really, again, really hard to do if we're relying on referrals or our network. So we want to have a system that allows us to generate consistently high quality opportunities who are our premium client fit, and ultimately where we get to be positioned as the expert and we get to be more selective. So you can see the roundabout there. If we're going to get consistent growth, then we really need to build these foundations. And we call the foundation the perfect positioning pathway. As a consulting firm, you need the foundations to be set up before you then go to market and build this pipeline of consistency. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck where you'll have some good clients, some not. You'll have some growth, then you'll have some stagnation. And we want to build that pipeline for the next 12, 24, 36 months and beyond. So you can do what you want to do. whether it's sell or step away or bring other people on, that's really the key. So if you want some help building your perfect positioning pathway for your consulting firm, then either send me a direct message if you're watching on LinkedIn with the word positioning, or if you're watching this on other channels, then send me an email, andrew@concurve with a q.com.au. Let's talk about how we can build this foundation for your firm. Thanks for watching.